Number 11, Mike Thomas. Number 30, Will Guinther. Number 14, Josh Hall. Number 13, Elijah Sprague. Number 32, Nick Lunt. Number 10, Tommy Rogers. Now the captains for Georgia Valley. Number 1, Matt Judkins. Number 36, Mark Chamberlin. Number 20, Jesse Wilgus. And number 8, Zach Thorbjornson. Georges Valley is coached by Henrikson. Today's official, Walter Foster and Matthew Cook. Good luck to both teams.
Welcome to Knox 38's coverage of high school soccer this afternoon. The Georges Valley Buccaneers at 8-0-1 will take on the Monmouth Mustangs, who come in at 5-2-2. And the Buccaneers, with their lone tie, a scoreless tie against Wisconsin, first matchup between themselves and Monmouth on the season. And on the year, right now, the latest heel point standings, the Buccaneers are the number 3 team in the Western Maine Class C, and right above them is Monmouth, who is number 2. And it's really bunched up, so Bucks and Monmouth with a lot of points on the line this afternoon. Buccaneer starters will include Matt Judkins in the goal, Sean Carlson, Zach Thorbjornson, Tommy Rogers, Mike Thomas, Elisha Sprague, Josh Hall, Jesse Wilgus, William Guinther, Nick Lunt, and Mark Chamberlain. The goaltender for Monmouth is Kyle Pelletier. They'll also start Andy Belmore, Patrick Trenholm, Scott Ogden, Sean Holbrook, Ben Seafelt, Ryan Buckley, Cameron Saucier, Caleb Brown, Nate Armstrong, and Ricky Pelletier. The Buccaneers coached by Per Henrikson in his first year. Gary Trefton is the Monmouth coach. The officials for today's game, Mr. Foster and Mr. Cook. Matter of fact, believe that the FAR official, Mr. Cook, is the son of Camden Hills Athletic Director Dave Cook. And we're underway. Buccaneers in the home white uniforms with the green trunks and green numerals. And they're coming off a win over Halldale down at Halldale on Wednesday afternoon. A 4-2 victory. You may hear some whistles in the background. The field hockey team is also playing at this time. This is homecoming day here at Georges Valley. As Buccaneers will on the head, center it over to Wilgus. Wilgus, a long shot towards, and it will go wide. And it will be a goal kick. Great crowd here in Thomaston for all the festivities. Fans attending numerous games this afternoon. With the ball, here comes Wilgus. Wilgus, top of the penalty area, cleared away by Monmouth, as they'll get it to Belmore out to about midfield. Belmore centers it up for Buckley, taken away by the Buccaneers. Chamberlin with a left foot goes left wing side. Intended for Lunt, headed down by Hall for Georges Valley. Now with it, Sprague. Sprague cuts to the right, takes a long shot, and it will go wide and over the end line. Goal kick for Monmouth. Buccaneers and Monmouth played a real hard-fought ball game last year, won by Georges Valley. in their state championship run. With it, Josh Hall on the left wing side. Tries to turn the corner, loses his balance, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a Monmouth throw-in. Chested down by Monmouth. They'll send it up over the midfield stripe where it's Holbrook with a head. Sent back over the midfield stripe by Thorbjornson. Over to Thomas. Thomas a long lead into for Sprague. Sprague knees it down. Sprague top of the penalty area. Whistle and an offsides. Or no, check that. Not an offside. They say it hit off Sprague's hand, so a handball. So Monmouth will have a free kick. It will come outside the penalty area. Ball headed by the Buccaneers. Thomas heads it. I'll make that Wilgus heading it up, and it's now controlled by Sprague. Sprague cuts to the left, looking, trying to turn the corner, left of the penalty area. Stutter steps. Ball blocked down by the Monmouth player and out of bounds over the end line. It will be a corner kick for the Buccaneers. Blocked down by Seafelt. The ball will be a corner kick, left flag for Georges Valley. Sprague puts it up high, chested down by Monmouth. They'll get it out of the zone. So it's dumped out towards midfield. Bounces through the center circle. Control there by Thorbjornson. Zach looks over to his right side, gets the pass over to Carlson, blocked down. And they're going to call an infraction against Georges Valley. Free kick Monmouth right through the midfield circle area. Chased down by Thorbjornson. He'll send it up over to Hall. Hall knees it down. Now Josh sends it up over the midfield stripe. Intended there for Rogers. Rogers gets it, gets through a couple of defenders. Rogers on the fly. Rogers gets around, gets tripped up. Well, actually, the ball gets him tripped up as it's a nice defensive play. And it gets knocked out of bounds by Monmouth on the clear out, and it will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Buccaneers will make their first sub of the afternoon. Believe it is Matt Poland who has checked into the ball game for Georges Valley. Ball centered up for Sprague. Sprague has it taken away. Sprague chases it down. One time's it walking in. Sprague top of the penalty area on the right wing side. Shot towards a leg save. Loose ball in front. Shot towards score! Jesse Wilgus off the rebound, and the Buccaneers are on top 1-0. Sprague taking the shot on the right wing side. The kick save by Pelletier, the goaltender, but it comes right out, and Wilgus fires it home. And the Buccaneers are on top by a score of 1-0. Wilgus, who had a pair of goals the other day at Halldale in the first half, scores here just 4:16 into the soccer game. I'm sure they'll give Sprague an assist on that goal, although sometimes official scorekeepers, once it's touched by a goaltender, will wipe that off. Here comes Monmouth down. They cross it in front. Loose ball. Shot in front, and it just squigs away. Goes over the end line, and it was one of the fullbacks who feigned down and got a piece of it, I believe. Poland got a piece of that ball. It definitely was a defensive save, as Monmouth had a chance to tie the game up on Holbrook's opportunity. Here's a corner kick. Comes from the left flag. Holbrook goes for the head. Headed away by Thorbjornson. And the Bucks will dump it out of the penalty area and need right back in. And a high shot taken there by Saucier is saved by Judkins. So Monmouth almost equalizing this game just moments after the Bucks had taken the lead. Here comes Georges Valley once again over the midfield stripe. It's controlled by Brown. Battle there for the Buccaneers by Poland. Now Monmouth sends it over the left wing side. And it's kicked by Carlson off a Monmouth player. It'll be a Buccaneer throw-in. Throw in at about midfield. Chased down by Sprague. Sprague trying to get around one defender. Whistle, they're probably going to get Sprague for a push. Yes, they are. Elijah had his arm up there and pushed 2 or 3 times, and finally on the third one they said that's enough, we'll give Monmouth the free kick. Taken away by Rogers of Georges Valley. Tommy Rogers sends it in, left wing side, broken up by Monmouth. They'll dump it out to about midfield. Chased down with a chest down by Thorbjornson. He sends a bullet right back. Top of the penalty area. Headed by a Monmouth player, controlled by Wilgus. He puts a high pop-up towards the net, and it's going to go over the crossbar, and it'll be a goal kick. Those could be very, very difficult for goaltenders to make a play on because, especially with the wind, if it knocks it down, you bring it right down to in front of the cage. Cal Pelletier, the Monmouth goaltender, takes his own corner kick, chested down by Thomas to Lunt, left wing side. He'll send it to the right, trying to get it to Rogers. Played by Monmouth, now sent back to about midfield, headed by Thorbjornson, headed by Wilgus, controlled by Monmouth, as it is Buckley. He'll dump it out to midfield. Buckley gets it down deep into the Buccaneer end, chased down by Thorbjornson. Thorbjornson will be able to beat Kilbert to the play and take the ball away. And dumped out over the midfield stripe by Georges Valley. Monmouth sends it back up and out. It will be a Buccaneer throw-in, and Georges Valley will get a sub into the contest. As checking in will be Logan Rackliff. Headed by Wilgus through the midfield circle area. Taken away by Monmouth. Sent down, knee down, controlled by Rogers. Rogers stops, tries to turn direction, gets it through the legs of one Monmouth player, comes to the top of the penalty area, blocked down by a Monmouth player, still not out, cleared away, and it will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Poland will let Thomas throw it in. His throw-in, chested down by Logan Rackliff. Rackliff near the left corner flag. Logan looking, wants to cross it, hits right off the chest of a Monmouth player, comes back to Logan, cleared away by Monmouth, back to about midfield. Chased down by Guinther. He turns on the ball, sends it down. Controlled by Rogers, top of the penalty area. Gets it over to Wilgus. Wilgus wants to go right wing side and does. Leaves it there for Chamberlin. Check that Ross, I beg your pardon. Knocked out, and it will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Sent in by Wilgus and a save by Pelletier. Ball to about midfield. Headed by the Buccaneers, as is Elisha Sprague. He lunges for the ball, loses his balance, but there's Wilgus to pick it up. Wilgus with the ball. Wilgus wants to go left wing side. Now here comes Carlson. Blocked down by Chamberlin. Controlled by the Buccaneers. With it, Rogers, chested down by Wilgus. He wants to send it right wing side. Can Chamberlin catch up to it? No, he can't. Throw in for Monmouth. 10 minutes gone of the soccer game. It is 1-0 Georges Valley. Jesse Wilgus with a goal. So it came at 4:16. Here come the Buccaneers. Sprague looks to go left wing side for Rackliff. Rackliff with the ball. Stops, slips down. Taken away by Monmouth. They dump out to midfield. Nice head by Holbrook. Long ball sent down the right wing side by Armstrong. And Judkins fans on it. Here comes the shot towards it. Judkins comes back and covers up. He fanned on the chance to clear it out, and Matt raced back and was able to take the ball off the foot of Holbrook and keep the game 1-0 Buccaneers. Whoa, Nelly. What a play by Judkins to recover and come back and make sure that ball didn't get in, because Holbrook was looking at a wide open net. Here's Wilgus, sends it right wing side. Rogers trying to chase it down near the right corner flag, bumped into by a Monmouth player. Ball will go over the end line, and it will be a goal kick. Not quite sure how Matt Judkins was able to recover and make that save, but he did a nice job on it. Here come the Buccaneers once again. Poland sends it in, but there's going to be a fraction against Georges Valley and a free kick for Monmouth. Monmouth quickly with the ball. Armstrong sends it left wing side. They see the pass to the left wing, but Carlson's going to chase it down and actually let it go out of bounds. They were intending to get it to Buckley. Picked up, Buccaneer throw-in. Cody Baughman into the ball game for the Buccaneers. Here come the Buccaneers with it. It is Rackliff, sends it over to the right wing side. There for Rogers, bumped off the ball. Chamberlin comes up, tries to make a play on it. Now with it, Wilgus. Wilgus, left wing, intended for Poland. Poland tried to set it down the left wing long, but it goes out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Monmouth. Throw-in taken away by Georges Valley. Poland trying to race to the net. Comes the Buccaneer. That would be Baughman. Now with it, Rackliff. Rackliff centers it up for Baughman. Goes over to Wilgus. Wilgus. Long shot. Save. Pelletier. Third shot for Wilgus in the game. Third save for Pelletier. 1-0 Bucks lead. 28 to play in the first half. Monmouth ranked as the number 3 team, number 2 team in Western Maine Class C. The Buccaneers, the number 3 team. With it, Rackliff centers it up. Taken away by Monmouth. Blocked down by Thomas of Georges Valley. Gets it over to Baughman. Baughman left side. Here comes Baughman. Slides, loses control of it. Cleared away by Monmouth. Headed by Thomas of the Buccaneers. He'll try to chase it down. Actually, Chamberlin will call him off the ball. Chamberlin looks to center it up. Knocked away. And dumped out about midfield. It will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Thrown in long, and it will go out of bounds. It will be a Monmouth throw-in. Here come the Buccaneers with it. Wilgus sends it down to the top of the penalty area, intended for Rogers, headed by Thomas. Top of the penalty area. Battling for it is going to be Poland. Poland, left wing side. Poland tries a turn of the shot, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick. Almost plucking the head of Jim Leonard from Village Soup. Jim looking through the camera. Saw him flinch from our angle. Here's the goal kick. Not a strong one, but it's controlled by Monmouth. Taken away by Chamberlin of Georges Valley. Cleared out to about midfield. Now with it for the Buccaneers. And it's going to be a handball on Monmouth. And the Bucks with a free kick. Thorbjornson will take it. Zach's long shot. Left wing side. Headed by Poland. Saved by Pelletier. Fifth save for the Monmouth netminder. Ball comes to about midfield. Controlled by the Buccaneers with it. Chamberlin. Chamberlin fans. Recovers. Comes down the right wing side. Here's Mark. One of the captains. Sends it to left wing side. Headed by a Monmouth player. Headed now by Sprague. Gets to the top of the penalty area. Wilgus one-times it. Right wing side for Rogers. Puts a head on it. Sprague tries to come in. Now it's going to be Wilgus. Wilgus crosses it over. Controlled by Monmouth, but they'll not get it all the way out. Actually, it will be Rogers who gets a head on it. Make that Thomas to me with a head on it. Now looks to Poland. Poland, left wing side. Stops, starts, cuts it back into the right. Looking, holding, crosses it over in front. Wilgus tries to one-time it. Goes straight up in the air, along the end line. And it's going to be a dangerous play, I believe, as will be against Georges Valley as Rackliff tried to race in there and lower his hand and get a piece of that ball, just as the Monmouth defender put his foot up. Josh Hall back into the ball game, has the ball for the Buccaneers. He'll send it over to Rogers. Wanted to go to Wilgus. Wilgus top of the 18. Tried to knee that ball over to Sprague. Whistle, and it's going to be an infraction against Georges Valley. And a free kick for Monmouth. Ball to about midfield, controlled by Monmouth. There will be Trenholm will send it down to the top of the penalty area, headed by Thorbjornson of Georges Valley. Controlled there by Monmouth, but it will be Thorbjornson. He sends a bullet down the field, over the midfield stripe, down to the top of the area. Buccaneers get away with a push, and the ball is controlled by Monmouth, but taken back by Hall. Hall with it. Hall on the right wing side. Has it stripped away by a Monmouth player, centered up to about midfield. Here comes Thomas. Thomas knees it down, brings it up, top of the penalty area, looking, hesitates. Now tries to get it to Poland. Poland slips down. Whistle, and it's going to be an infraction. It's going to go against Monmouth, and that ball came right up and clipped Cameron Saucier of Monmouth right in the face. Bucks with a quick shot and a save off the quick shot taken by Thomas by Pelletier. Bucks with a 6-3 shot advantage, a 1-0 goal score advantage. Jesse Wilgus scoring 4:16 into the game. Elijah Sprague with the assist. .23 minutes to play here in the first half. 1-0 Georges Valley. Here's Hall. Hall with the ball. Josh dribbling, looking, wants to go right wing side, trying to lead in. Rogers let him in too long over the end line. Goal kick. Pelletier with a goal kick headed by Thomas, but it takes a Monmouth bounce. Hall tries to jump in there and does get a piece of it. Now with it, Rackliff on the right wing side, goes out of bounds off of a Buccaneer. Throw in for Monmouth. Monmouth looking to get the ball out of their own end. Broken up by Sprague. Rackliff with it. Rackliff tries to get it to Sprague. Loses the ball, though, to Monmouth, as it will be Trenholm. One of the Monmouth players takes a tumble. And he's down on the field, and they may have a stoppage of play here. Make sure he's okay. And they will stop the clock with 21:38. Didn't see who went down and how he went down, but definitely a Mustang injured. That one looks like it's Kilber. So Kilber helped off the field and ready to get this thing back underway. Buccaneers with the 1-0 lead. Here comes Monmouth with it. Belmore trying to come left wing side. Belmore with the ball, knees it down, looking to cross, and he'll not be able to keep it in play, and it will be a throw-in for Georges Valley. Thrown in. Hall with a nice long kick downfield. Chested down by the Buccaneers. Logan Rackliff crosses it over. A long high cross. Punched out by Pelletier. Corner kick. The Buccaneers with a long cross off the foot of Logan Rackliff. They scored a long goal the other day at Halldale as well. And it will be the second corner kick for the Buccaneers. Corner kick in front. Oh, Hall comes in and tries an attempted head. Just misses it. Knocked away, cleared out by Hall, by Monmouth, and it will be a Georges Valley throw-in. Ned Rich will check in for Georges Valley for the first time this afternoon. Thomas sends the ball towards the net, picked up on the long shot by Pelletier. Then the ball deflected out. It will be a throw in Monmouth. Bucks take it away. It's Sprague. Gets it to Rogers. Rogers slips down, but gets his balance back, and then centers it up. It was intended for Rackliff, a little in front of him. Broken up by Monmouth, but taken back by the Buccaneers. With it, Rogers. Stripped away by Monmouth. Upfield for Monmouth, it is Armstrong. Hall tries to break it up out of bounds, and it will be a Georges Valley throw-in. Lunt checks actually making a Monmouth throw in. Lunt and Chamberlin back into the ball game. Lunt throw in. Here comes the Buccaneers deep, and it will go out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick. Here comes Georges Valley once again as they've kept the pressure on with an 8-3 shot advantage headed by Ross. Johanson with a head, gets it over to Rackliff, top of the penalty area. Rackliff looking to turn wide to the right, stops, leaves it for Thorbjornson, who comes up on the play. Thorbjornson sends it to Wilgus, top of the penalty area, back to Zach, and Zach puts one way over the crossbar, and it will be a goal kick. He got more than enough on that one. But it was a nice little pass by the Buccaneers. I believe it was a drop pass by Rackliff right there for a charging Thorbjornson that gave the Bucks a scoring opportunity. Bucks had it right back into the Monmouth end once again. Too long, another goal kick. 18 to play here in the first half. 1-0, Georges Valley on top. Poland comes back into the game for Georges Valley. Ball to about midfield. Monmouth sends it down over the midfield stripe, broken up by Carlson. Carlson sends a long ball down to the Monmouth end, and they're going to get Rackliff for a push. No, they're going to get Monmouth for a push. Well, and a free kick for the Buccaneers. Thorbjornson will take the free kick about maybe 15 yards on top of the penalty area. Looks over the field. He'll approach. Chips it over the wall, trying to break in Wilgus. Wilgus in front, shot. Saved by Pelletier. Loose. Needed. Score! Lunt with a goal, and it's 2-0 Buccaneers. Wilgus put the first shot on. Pelletier made a point-blank save, but Lunt was able to follow up on the rebound and kneed it home and gives the Buccaneers the 2-0 lead. Goal coming at 22:51 of the first half. And Georges Valley with the 2-0 lead. And you have to wonder how much of this game is not a little bit more of a statement game also for the Buccaneers, who saw the heel point standings come out with more wins than Monmouth. They right now, Bucks have 8 compared to just 5 for Monmouth. And yet Monmouth ahead of them in the heel point standings. The defending state champions right now showing why they are the defending state champions, even though a lot of turnover from last year's team to this year's team. Still a pretty good nucleus base, and here come the Buccaneers once again. Here's Poland, left wing side. Poland, though, runs a little bit out of real estate, and it goes out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Monmouth. Ball dumped out to about the midfield circle. Rackliff tries to send it downfield, blocked down by Monmouth. Carlson comes back and recovers. He'll send it down to Sprague. Sprague looks to center it up for Jesse Wilgus. Jesse trying to break a couple of players. Cleared away by Monmouth and controlled. They're going to get Rogers for jumping in. I like that, Wilgus for jumping in, and it will be a free kick for the Monmouth Academy Mustangs. Now with it for the Buccaneers, it is Wilgus. Wilgus, left wing side, leads Poland. Poland tries to chase it down, but taps it too far in front. And it will be a throw-in for Monmouth. William Guinther checks back into the game for Georges Valley, as Logan Rackliff will get a breather. With it, left wing side, it's Lunt. Lunt tries to cross it over, blocked down, resends it over, and then it goes over the end line. Goal kick from Monmouth. Players in and out throughout the half. Goal kick headed by Thomas for Georges Valley. Controlled by Monmouth, but it'll be Belmore. Belmore looks to dump it over the midfield stripe. Broken up by Carlson of Georges Valley. Now with it, Thomas. Thomas stutter steps, rolls it back, gives it to Guinther. Tries to get it over to Wilgus, so just overshoots him by a little bit. Headed away by Monmouth, chased down by Poland of Georges Valley. Poland looks to center it up. He'll cross it over to the right wing side, intended there for Chamberlin. Actually, it'll be Thorbjornson who takes it. Zach walks in, top of the penalty area. Tries to go right wing side. A no-look pass, shot towards, blocked down by a fullback. Comes right back over to Wilgus. Wilgus gets bumped right at him. He gets shoved right in the penalty area, nothing called. Now the officials have let him play here so far today, and there's a perfect example of it there, as it's Armstrong sending it upfield, controlled by the Buccaneers. 2-0 Georges Valley. Bucks with the ball. They'll get it to Wilgus. Wilgus tries to one-time it. Top of the penalty area for Sprague. Ball loose. Shot towards by Thomas over the crossbar. Goal kick. Shots on goal right now. 10-3 advantage Georges Valley. Scoreboard 2-0 Georges Valley. 13:30 to play here in this, the first half of soccer. Pelletier's goal kick comes to about midfield. It's controlled there by Buckley. Buckley looks to center it up. Gets it over to Kilber, who's checked back into the ball game after being shaken up. Knee down by Folsom. Folsom has it taken away by Thorbjornson. Zach brings it upfield. Centers it up, intended for Sprague. Sprague trying to chase it down. He gets bumped, gains control of the ball. Trying to turn the corner right wing side. Slips down as he centers the pass into the penalty area. Cleared away by Monmouth, back to about midfield. And out, and it will be a Buccaneer throw. Ross will come into the game for the Buccaneers. Long throw in, knee down by Ross. Dumped out to about midfield by Monmouth. Controlled by Thomas. They're going to get him for a dangerous play as he got his foot high. Too high, and it will be a free kick for the Mustangs of Monmouth. Saucier sends it over the midfield stripe. Gets it there for Belmore. Belmore looks to go right wing side. Missed by one of the Buccaneer fullbacks, but Judkins says, I got it, comes out and picks it up before Sean Holbrook from Monmouth can get to the ball. And Judkins will punt that ball out to about midfield, through the midfield circle area, controlled by Sprague. Sprague dances around one defender, walks in, right wing side. Sprague gets bumped off the ball, now looks to center it in front. Coming in for the Buccaneers, it was Thomas. It'll be an infraction, and who do we get? It's going to be against Monmouth, free kick Buccaneers. Or check that, free kick Monmouth, an infraction against Georges Valley. Ball headed by Thomas of Georges Valley. Gets it out over to Lunt. Nick Lunt, left wing side. Slide tackle, ball knocked out of bounds by Monmouth. And it will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Baughman checks back into the ball game for, it will be Philip Bertocci checks into the ball game for the Buccaneers. Wilgus crosses it over to the right wing, but nobody there. Throw in for Monmouth. Tyler Somerville made that slide tackle to keep the game 2-0. Georges Valley shake it up a little bit in the Monmouth backfield. Here come the Bucks trying to keep the pressure on. Whistle. And an infraction against Georges Valley, a free kick for Monmouth. Ball to about midfield. Knocked down by the Buccaneers. Trying to get it to Wilgus. Wilgus checks it, chests it down. Turns the corner on Belmore. Now with it. It is Wilgus. Hits off of Belmore, but it takes a Buccaneer bounce. Bodies flying everywhere. Nothing called and cleared away back towards midfield by Monmouth, but takes a Buccaneer bounce. Thomas with a head. Gets it to Bertocci. Knees it forward for Sprague. Sprague trying to turn the corner left wing side. It's going to be a hold on Monmouth and a free kick for Georges Valley. The Monmouth defender claiming his shirt was whole, but the official made the call against him, and I think that both parties have an argument on that one. Thomas sends it over in front, knee down and out by Monmouth. Thomas goes up to try to keep the ball in play, but it will be a dangerous play and a free kick Monmouth deep in their own end. Ball comes to about midfield, sent back downfield by Lunt for Georges Valley on the right wing side. Wilgus trying to chase it down, controlled by the Mustangs of Monmouth, taken away by Poland. Poland tries to send it down right wing side, but they'll say no, it went out of bounds first, and it will be a throw-in for Monmouth Academy. Carlson will take the ball for the Buccaneers. He sends it deep down into the Monmouth end. Sprague, and he just gets checked, and there's going to be an infraction against Monmouth. I think if you said that the play was a little chippy on both sides, it would be an understatement. 8:15 to play here, and this the first half of action. 2-0 Georges Valley. Thorbjornson chips it towards the net. Ball headed away by a fullback of Monmouth. Now it comes out. It's controlled by Thomas over to Thorbjornson. Thorbjornson walking in. Top of the penalty area. Zach gets tripped up, and it's going to be a free kick Buccaneers. Thomas is going to take it. Thomas trying to send it in. Left wing side goes just wide and over the end line. Goal kick. A beautiful day earlier. It has turned off a bit chilly here in the latter stages of the afternoon. 7:20 to play here in the first half. 2-0. Buccaneers on top. Chested down by Thomas. Thomas sends it to the top of the penalty area. Sprague trying to make a play on it. Headed away by Seafelt. Ball will go out of bounds, and it will be a Buccaneer throw. Thrown in quickly by Poland, trying to get it around the right wing side for Sprague, taken away. I mean, bodies are flying everywhere, and they're going to get Sprague this time for the infraction. You know, the referees have let them play here so far in this first half. And play physically they have. With it, it is Thorbjornson in his own end. Makes a nice little move to get around the one Mustang player. And then sent back upfield by Monmouth. Chased down by Thorbjornson, but it's going to hit off his leg and out. Throw in for Monmouth. Two 2-0 Buccaneers on top. Here's the throw in into the penalty area. Fanned on by a Buccaneer fullback, but cleared away by Logan Rackliff, and he sent it right through the midfield circle, deep down into the Monmouth end, controlled there by Somerville. He'll send it upfield, back into the Buccaneer end. Headed there on the left wing side by Belmore, controlled by Monmouth. Trying to go right wing side, intended for Holbrook. But the Buccaneers take it away, and here comes Guinther. Guinther dribbles it upfield. Guinther slides it up over to Sprague. Sprague, top of the penalty area, wants to go right wing side. Little stutter step, dances with the ball a little bit. Now comes back to the left, gets pushed off the ball, and it's cleared away by Monmouth. But Guinther, well, actually will be Carlson who comes up and makes a play on it. Cleared away by Monmouth. Whistle, they're going to get Thomas for the infraction. $5:15 to play here in the second half. In the first half, I beg your pardon. 2-0 Buccaneers on top. Bertocci. Actually, they're going to get, I think, a handball on the Buccaneers first, so Will be an infraction against Georges Valley. A free kick for Monmouth, slapping down his Nick Lunt, but it actually paid off for him as he fell. He's able to gain control of the ball, get up and clear it down over the midfield stripe. Lunt with it over the midfield stripe area. They're going to get a whistle and a call on Lunt. The referees are now deciding they're going to try to call this game a little tighter, Mr. Foster and Mr. Cook, after letting the players go at it during the early stages of the contest. Thorbjornson heads the ball back upfield, but it's sent down by Ogden deep. Ball takes a tricky bounce on Judkins, but he's able to recover, and Matt picks up the ball and punt it downfield, and it will go on the second bounce through the midfield stripe area. Poland tries to jump over one of the Monmouth players to make a play, and it will be a throw-in for Georges Valley. Chamberlin is checked back in, and he'll take the throw for the Buccaneers. Here's Mark's throw-in. Loose ball in the area, cleared away by Monmouth, but not completely out. Left wing side, and it will go out of bounds. A Buccaneer throw-in. Bertocci throws it into Lunt. Lunt tries to go back left wing side for Bertocci, but overshot him, and it will be a Monmouth throw-in deep in their own end. Taken away by Rackliff of Georges Valley. Logan with it. Looks to center it up. Rogers slips down, but it takes a Buccaneer bounce. Thomas sends it in, left wing side. Rackliff tries to chase it down. Cleared away by Monmouth. Taken away by Thomas. Thomas sends it down deep in the Monmouth end, and over the end line, it will be a goal kick. I'm not sure what the problem is. They're going to have to make a goaltender substitute. They stop the clock. And I'm not sure if Matt Judkins received a yellow card or what it is. Total confusion here right now. So Judkins has been taken out of the game, and the Buccaneers don't have a goaltender. His Hall has been left on the sidelines, and I'm not sure what the infraction was against the Buccaneers to force them to play shorthanded. Now with a substitution, they can bring in Hall, but why was Judkins told to leave the game? That is going to be the big question here. And if they'd stopped the clock and had given him a warning card, I did not see a warning card issued. So now Hall is in the net. Jake Hall, the new goaltender for the Buccaneers. Bucks up 2-0. Rackliff takes one right off the face, dumped out to about midfield. Rogers with the ball for the Buccaneers. He gets pushed, nothing called. Well, this has been a physical game here. Now the ball top of the penalty area. Thorbjornson tries to send it out of the zone, and it will actually go over the end line, and it will be a corner kick. First corner kick of the afternoon for Monmouth. Here's the corner kick in front, headed away by Thorbjornson. Knee down by Monmouth, loose in front, shot, save! Hall with a save. And here come the Buccaneers, bringing it downfield. Try to go to Chamberlin on the right wing side, taken away by Monmouth. Now the Bucks send it out. Rogers off his back. Chamberlin sends it to the top of the penalty area. Headed by Monmouth. Chased down by Chamberlin. He tries to jump into the ball. Chested down. 40 seconds to play here in the half. headed by the Buccaneers. Lunt now into the area, and the goalkeeper, Pelletier, will pick it up off the head by, I believe that was Georges Valley's Logan Rackliff. Ninth save for Pelletier. Thorbjornson will send the ball downfield. Intended for Thomas. 18 seconds. Thomas gets bumped. Still keeps control of the ball. 12 seconds to play here in the first half. Now with it for Georges Valley, it's Berglund. Berglund walks in, right wing side, left wing side, and sliding out is Pelletier to make the save. And that's going to do it for the half. At halftime, Georges Valley 2, Halldale nothing. Back after this on Knox 38. Second half about ready to get underway. The Buccaneers with a 12-4 shot advantage in that first half. Goals by Jesse Wilgus and Nick Lunt. The ruling on why Matt Judkins had to come out of the game, he was without a mouth guard. And he had gone towards the bench, and I guess it had actually, to get a mouth guard, you got to leave the field of play, and the official on the far side at that time, Mr. Cook, ruling that was an illegal substitution. That's why the Buccaneers had to play without a goaltender there for about 20 seconds. Georges Valley with a 2-0 lead as what turned out to be a really great sunny day early has become overcast and chilly here. So we get ready for the second half. Mark Chamberlin trying to chase down the ball. Blocked down by Chamberlin as Monmouth tries to clear it over the midfield stripe area. With it, Ricky Pelletier, and there'll be a whistle and a call against Georges Valley. Ball comes over the midfield stripe area. Broken up by the Buccaneers. Headed by Lunt. Over to Sprague. Sprague tries to one-time it down the left wing side. Controlled by Monmouth. Now with it, Thorbjornson. Wilgus, left wing side, trying to break down Lunt. Lunt gets pushed down, nothing called. And it will be a throw-in for Monmouth to about midfield. Monmouth looks to center the ball up. They'll get it over to Trenholm. Taken away by the Buccaneers, and with it, Thomas. Thomas with a nice little pass over to the right wing side. Gets it off over to Jesse Wilgus. Wilgus stutter steps, sending Chamberlin down the right wing side. He'll dump it down long, and it will be too long. Out of bounds, Monmouth throw-in. Ball game with a Georges Valley 2-0 lead. Really may have turned after the Bucs scored early in the first half. Monmouth had an opportunity as Matt Judkins, the goaltender, fanned. Ball was on the foot of a Monmouth player. That would have been Holbrook, and Judkins dove back and stole the ball right off his foot and kept the game at 1-0. The Bucs have added to that lead, now lead 2-0. With it, Poland on the left wing side. Crosses it over. Ball comes to Pelletier with Lunt coming in towards the net. Ball down into the Buccaneer end. Sent up by Carlson. Headed by Chamberlin, out of bounds. Ball at about midfield. With it, Sprague. Sprague gets it over to Rogers. Rogers on the right wing side. Rogers trying to get around the corner. Takes it deep into the right wing end. Crosses it over in front. Loose ball. Hits off of Wilgus. It goes over the crossbar. Two 2-0 Buccaneers on top. Ball was attempted to be cleared out by a Monmouth player and hit right off of Wilgus and went right over the crossbar. Kyle Pelletier, the goaltender, takes the goal kick. Sprague comes up, regains control. Chased down by Belmore. Belmore, left wing side, over the midfield stripe. Sent back upfield by Guinther of Georges Valley. Down the left wing side. Knocked out, and it will be a Monmouth throw-in. through the midfield circle area. Hits off of Thorbjornson. Recovering on it, though, is Carlson. He'll send it through the midfield stripe. Now with it, it's Sprague. Sprague through the midfield circle. Sprague looking for help. Dumps it back over to Thorbjornson. He'll find help in Sean Carlson, who sends it over the midfield stripe. Right wing side, headed by Wilgus. Chased down by Wilgus. Wilgus trying to turn the corner, makes a nice play. Has one guy to beat, that's Trenholm. Trenholm wins the ball. Taken back by, taken out of bounds. And it will be a Buccaneer throw-in. The throw-in intended for Wilgus. He gets pushed out of the way. Bucks keep the ball. It's Rogers knocked out, and it'll be a corner kick. Sprague to take the corner kick. Archer in front. Off the head of a Monmouth player. Skips all the way over to the left wing side. And it will be a Buck throw-in. Thrown in by Wilgus quickly. Gets it to Baughman. Baughman rolls it to Poland. Now with it, Wilgus. Long shot hits the side of the net, and it will be a goal kick. 2-0, Georges Valley on top. Kyle Pelletier will take the goal kick. Hits off a couple of Buccaneers and bounces out, and it will be a Monmouth throw-in. Knocked out. Bucks will have the throw-in now. 34-15 to play here in the first half. Pardon me, the first half of action, second half of action, I beg your pardon. 2 first half goals for the Buccaneers, giving them the 2-0 lead. Whistle. Call is going to go against whom? Against Georges Valley. Thomas with the ball at midfield. He'll send it to the right wing side. It was intended there for Lunt, taken away by Monmouth. They'll dump it down right wing side. Shot towards, going to go over the crossbar and out of bounds on an attempt by Shane Kilber, and will be a Buccaneer goal kick. Thorbjornson to take the goal kick. He sends a bullet rocket through the midfield stripe area. Left wing side. Baughman chases it down. Baughman runs out of real estate as he tried to turn around and get around one defender, and it goes out, and it will be a throw-in from Monmouth. Midway into their end of the field. Headed by the Buccaneers. With it, Carlson. Carlson, right wing side. Carlson trying to get around one defender. Takes it in, right of the penalty area. Crosses it over. Off the head of a Monmouth player, not cleared out of the zone. Baughman trying to make a play on it. Baughman actually collides into to one of his own teammates. That's Poland. Player hits off the ground, and there's going to be an infraction against Georges Valley and a free kick for Monmouth. Ball through the midfield circle area, settled down, and by Thorbjornson is going to be a whistle and a infraction against Monmouth. And a free kick for Georges Valley. Thorbjornson will take it. Slips down as he sends the ball downfield, headed by a Buccaneer, Poland. Headed by Wilgus. Now they get it over to Sprague. Sprague trying to turn the corner. Sprague, top of the penalty area. Stops, stutter steps, gets around one defender. Has it blocked down, comes over left wing side to Baughman, and it hits off of, I believe, a Monmouth player. They'll say no, it will be a goal kick. A hit back off of Baughman on the way out. Been very physical down in the defensive end, especially in the penalty area. The Monmouth end of the field. Pelletier slips a little bit on his goal kick, taken away by Rogers. Rogers a shot towards, save, Pelletier. For him, his 12th save of the afternoon. He'll punt it out to about midfield, headed by Zach Thorbjornson. Rich tries to make a play on it, headed out of bounds by Monmouth, and it will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Throw-in comes to Rogers. Rogers, left wing side, intended for Poland. Broken up by Monmouth. There's a push right in the back of a Buccaneer player by one of the Monmouth players, and a late whistle. And the call will go against Monmouth. As Lunt was going for the head, he just got shoved. Thorbjornson sending a ball to the top of the penalty area, headed by Rogers, comes to Rich. Rogers in the penalty area, tries to settle it down, gets tripped up, nothing called. Loose ball cleared away by Monmouth. Lunt comes up on the play. The Monmouth player falls down but is able to get up and clear the ball up, and is going to be an infraction against whom? Against Georges Valley. And this is one of those games where it has been very chippy, and in a lot of parts, really you can blame the officials because they let them play early, then they try to reel them in near the end of the first half. Now they're letting them play here. And unless it's really egregious, they're not calling much. With it, Rogers. I'll probably get Thomas for Georges Valley. Sends it for Rogers, right wing side, too long, and it will be a goal kick. Pelletier takes the goal kick. Controlled by the Buccaneers. Johanson sends it upfield. Headed by Rich of Georges Valley. He'll try to chase it down. And it's controlled by Belmore of Monmouth. Sends the ball long right wing side. Gathered in by Lunt. Lunt tries to turn it upfield. It will go out of bounds, and it will be a Monmouth throw-in. Jesse Wilgus checks back into the game for Georges Valley. Ball blocked down by the Buccaneers and then dumped out towards midfield. Headed by Brown of Monmouth, out, and it will be a Bucks throw-in on the far side. 27:50 to play here in regulation. 2-0 Georges Valley on top. A pair of first half goals headed there by Carlson of Georges Valley. Headed back by Monmouth. With it for Georges Valley, Johanson. He'll roll it upfield to Wilgus. Wilgus with one guy to beat. Wilgus tries to get around that one player. Gets it into the top of the penalty area. Controlled by Johanson. He'll send it towards the net. And a save on the long shot by the goaltender, Kyle Pelletier. Here come the Bucks once again. With it, it is Logan Rackliff, left wing side. Rackliff tries to turn the corner, but taken away, and Monmouth dumps it over the midfield stripe area. Zach Thorbjornson with it. Johnson has it taken away. Now with it, Rich for Georges Valley. He'll put a head into it. Fanned out by Belmore, headed by Monmouth. Chested down by Thomas. He'll send it back over the midfield stripe. Somerville will try to send it up for Monmouth. The Buccaneer Poland taking on the play and a very late whistle will give the Buccaneers the free kick. Ball crossed over in front. Rackliff trying to chase it down. Won't get to it before it goes over the end line. And it will be a Monmouth goal kick. 26 minutes to play here. 2-0, Georges Valley on top. Ball headed by Poland. He falls down. Controlled there by Seafelt. Seafelt with it. Taken back by Georges Valley. Centered up by Rackliff. Gives it over to Wilgus. Tries to go back to Rackliff. Broken up by Monmouth. Ball takes a Buccaneer bounce, and with it, it's Thomas. Thomas dancing with the ball, left wing side. Looks for help. Changes directions. Goes to the right wing side for Rich. Broken up. Now Carlson comes up, and he'll send the ball downfield. Into the top of the penalty area. Cleared away there by Somerville. Headed by Monmouth over the midfield stripe. And the Bucks let it roll out of bounds. They'll take the throw-in right in front of their own bench. Ball comes into Poland. He gets marked up. Guinther sends it downfield. Headed away by Monmouth. Thomas makes a play on it near the midfield circle area. Now Guinther sends it down for Wilgus. Wilgus trying to battle through the Monmouth player, and they're going to whistle the infraction. It's Georges Valley, but there's another one of those plays where there have been many both sides today, where Wilgus looks like he was held up by the defender. As he fights his way through, they call him for the infraction. With it, Buckley from Monmouth. He'll get it up over to Belmore. Belmore looks to go right wing side. Poland comes over, makes a slide tackle on the ball, takes the ball away, trying to come left wing side. Gets it to Jesse Wilgus. Wilgus, left wing side. Wilgus tries to turn the corner. A nice defensive play there. Everything was by Boyven, who made that play, and it will be dumped out towards the midfield area, chased down by the Buccaneers. As it will be Lunt with the ball. Lunt tries to turn on it. It's blocked out by Monmouth, and a Buccaneer throw-in. Chamberlin checks back in. And Wilgus will come out. Looks like he's shaken up a little bit as he comes off. Ball to about midfield. Thomas sends it down to the Monmouth end. Somerville puts a head on it, and it will head out. Throw in Buccaneers. Ball comes in. Thomas sends it towards the penalty area. Berglund tries to make a play on it. It bounces, and Pelletier will take it. And the Monmouth goaltender walks to the top of the penalty area. He'll punt it out towards midfield. But it will bounce out of bounds, and it will be a Buccaneer throw-in right at the midfield stripe area. Thrown in for Josh Hall. Hall bumped off the play. And the throw-in now will be a Georges Valley throw-in. I mean, a Monmouth throw-in as it goes out off of Georges Valley. Rackliff. Headed there by Hall. Cleared away by Somerville of Monmouth. Headed by Thorbjornson. Hall trying to chase it down to the midfield stripe area. Controlled, though, by Monmouth, as it is Trenholm. He tries to go right wing side. Now they go left wing with a pass. One-timer there. Cleared away by Carlson of Georges Valley. Long. Ricky Pelletier will actually know be Somerville who puts a knee on it. Pressure put on by Berglund. Goes out of bounds, and it will be a Buccaneer throw-in in the Monmouth end. Baughman will check back in for Georges Valley. Chamberlin takes the ball away, gets it off over to Thomas. Thomas sends it to the top of the penalty area. Knee down by a Monmouth fullback. Hall gets a piece of it. Now it will be Baughman. Baughman sent by Rackliff. Oh, and just a tap save by Pelletier. Rackliff rifling a bullet from the left wing side, and Kyle Pelletier dove and was able to get enough of it for his 14th save of the afternoon. Corner kick, Georges Valley. And the corner kick, the 4th of the afternoon for the Buccaneers, will go well over the net and out of play. Pelletier's goal kick headed right back upfield by Baughman of Georges Valley. Chased down and will go out of bounds. Buccaneer throw-in. Josh Hall throws it in quickly. Headed away by Monmouth. Centered up by Monmouth, taken away by Thorbjornson. Zach on the right wing side. Tries to leave it there for Chamberlin. Chamberlin will not get to it, but it's tipped out by Monmouth. Another corner kick for the Buccaneers, 5th of the afternoon, 3rd in the half. Come from the right flag, and it will be Logan Rackliff who will take it. Rackliff puts it in front, punched out by Pelletier, headed by Hall over the crossbar. I think Buccaneers on top. Georges Valley with the first half goals from Jesse Wilgus and Nick Lunt. Wilgus scoring at 4:20, I think at 4:16 of the first half. Lunt, after Wilgus had his first shot saved by the goaltender Pelletier, got the rebound and fired that home at 22:51. And that's where we stand. 19 minutes to play here in regulation. Ball down to the Buccaneer end, headed by Carlson. Chamberlin comes up, makes a play on it. Whistling going to get the jumping in on the Buccaneers, and a free kick from Monmouth. Trenholm will take the free kick. Monmouth going to change up their play. Time just clicking off the clock. It will be chipped over the wall, sent back out by Carlson, chested down by Rogers, and back out to about midfield. Ricky Pelletier sends it back into the Buccaneer end, headed down by Thorbjornson. He'll send the ball long, chased down by Logan Rackliff, and Baughman cleared away by Somerville of Monmouth. He'll get it out to about midfield. Now Thorbjornson with a long boomer back towards the top of the penalty area. Knocked down. Somerville will clear it away for Monmouth. Chested down by Thomas. Thomas changes directions. Thomas walks in. He's tipped off the ball. Now keeps control of it. Thomas looks to center it up for Baughman. Baughman slips down, keeps control of the ball, though. Sends it over to left wing side to Rackliff. Cleared away by Monmouth, but not out. Headed by Hall. Now sent back towards midfield by Monmouth. Thomas will tip it over to Carlson. Carlson. Now with it, Guinther. Guinther, top of the penalty area, shot towards, wide, and it will be a goal kick. 17:10 to play. Sprague checks back into the ball game, as does Rich and, I believe, Poland for the Buccaneers. Hall and Baughman among those who get breathers. Headed by Sprague. Give it to Rogers, over to Chamberlin. Back to Sprague, loses control of it at the top of the penalty area. Battled off the ball and controlled by Monmouth, and they'll dump it out towards midfield. Rackliff keeps the ball alive. Taken away by Monmouth, they dump through the midfield circle area. Chested down by Thorbjornson. Well, he has been solid all day long. Here comes Zach once again on, tapped it too far. And it goes out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Monmouth. And Monmouth again getting another substitution in. I'll tell you, that's hurt Monmouth 4 or 5 times today, where they look like they may have a chance to get a quick throw it in a change direction of the field and had a sub waiting. And of course, stops the flow and allows the defense to set back up. Here comes Monmouth once again. They try to go left wing side, too long. Buccaneer throw in. And the Buccaneers will have to rethrow as Philip Bertocci will come into the ball game. Giving Logan Rackliff a breather. Ball bounces high down the right wing side, chased down by Rogers. Rogers with a nice little move, top of the penalty area. Rogers swings it wide to the left. Rogers turns direction. Save Pelletier. Loose ball. Keller covers up. Rogers with a nice couple of nifty moves there, and Tommy almost put it home, and Pelletier able to get that ball and cover up, and there were a couple of Bucks right there on the doorstep waiting to hammer it home. Pelletier with a nice save to recover on that one and keep it 2-0 Buccaneers. 15 to play. Here's Thomas. Thomas, top of the penalty area. Thomas trying to go wide to the right wing side, being pressured, leaves it there for Chamberlin. Chamberlin stutter steps back over to Thomas, sends it in, trying to cut a Buccaneer in. It's cleared away, hits right off the head of one of the Monmouth players, and now they'll dump it out towards midfield. Thorbjornson tries to come back down on it. Holbrook, though, there. Holbrook trying to swing wide to the left. Ball knocked down by Thorbjornson. He's able to knock it off of Holbrook and a Buccaneer throw-in. Thrown in, Rogers tries to get it over, a little touch pass over to Chamberlin. A little behind him, and it will be a throw-in for Monmouth. Headed by Rich back upfield. Bertocci with it. He'll give it to Sprague. Sprague midfield circle area. Sprague looking. Sprague dancing a little bit. Now looks for help. Rolls it back to Chamberlin. Sends it downfield. Long for Bertocci. Bertocci blocked down. Comes over. Shot just off the post. A long shot by Guinther. Hit off the post. And it is going to be cleared out of bounds, and it will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Guinther had a long goal over at Hall the other day, just with a rifle shot that hit off the post. Guinther with the ball again. He looks to go right wing side. Intended for Rogers. Broken up by Monmouth. They dump out to about midfield. Right there to chest it down is Zach Thorbjornson. He'll pass it over to Carlson, who sends it deep on the left wing side. Headed away, but it comes right to Guinther. Guinther miss kicks. Good. Tries to get it to Sprague. Guinther comes up, puts a head on it into the side of the penalty area. Bertocci tries to make a play, but it's cleared away by Monmouth. Now sent back in by Lunt, and they're going to get an infraction or an offsides against Georges Valley. Ball sent down deep. Monmouth looking for a chance to get a scoring opportunity. Thorbjornson gets a piece of the ball, takes a Monmouth bounce, still battling for it. Cleared away by Carlson over to the right wing side. Chased down by Trenholm. We got a whistle, and I think we're going to get a yellow card. And it will be a yellow card, actually 2 yellow cards. They're going to give a yellow card first to Zach Thorbjornson of Georges Valley, and the other one will go to Sean Holbrook of Monmouth. So the Buccaneers will see their best fullback go off to the sideline for the next 10 minutes. With Georges Valley ahead here, 2-0. .26 to play here in regulation. 2-0 Buccaneers. And the Bucks send the ball down deep into the Monmouth end. Headed away by Monmouth. Chested down by Thomas. Thomas in the midfield circle area. Rolls it through for Logan Rackliff. Rackliff trying to cut wide to the right, gets around one defender. Crosses it over, a high arcing shot. Pelletier has a line on it the whole way, and he'll make the save. Then there'll be a trip called against the Buccaneers on the outlet pass. Free kick Monmouth, and that will come about maybe 10 yards outside their penalty area. Somerville will send the ball downfield. Headed by the Buccaneers and out. Throw in Monmouth right at midfield. Subs come into the game. Baughman checks back in for Georges Valley. Ball sent down deep left wing side. Belmore dumping it down to the Buccaneer end. Carlson will try to send it out and up, but it will bounce out of bounds, and it will be a Monmouth throw-in. Crossed over to the right wing side. Headed down by Monmouth. Taken away by the Buccaneers. Rogers with a nice pass over to Sprague. Sprague trying to come to the right wing side. Sprague trying to turn the corner. Near the corner flag. Turns and tries to come around, but he loses the control of the ball, and it will be a goal kick. Ten and a half to play here. Somerville sends the ball down to about the midfield area. Controlled by the Buccaneers. Guinther chips it over a couple of defenders. Bounces back to midfield, headed by Mike Thomas. Whistle, infraction, and it will go against Monmouth. A free kick, Georges Valley. Thomas will take it. Thomas sends it to the top of the penalty area, headed away by Somerville, sent right back in by the Buccaneers as Lunt sends it left wing side. Baughman trying to chase it in near the corner flag, knocked away there by Seafelt and out. It'll be off a Buccaneer and a throw-in for Monmouth. Fanned on by a Buccaneer, controlled by Monmouth by Trenholm. Trenholm will try to turn the corner, taken away by Georges Valley. With it left wing side, trying to break in Baughman. Baughman shot towards will be wide, and it will be a goal kick. To about midfield, it's Thomas. Trenholm wins the ball. Deflects off of him, it goes out of bounds, and it'll be a Buccaneer throw-in. Chamberlin checks back in for Georges Valley. 8:45 to play here in the second half. 2-0 Buccaneers. First half goals by Jesse Wilgus and Nick Lunt. Ball dumped over the midfield stripe area. Sent downfield. Intended for Sprague. Knocked away by Monmouth and out, and it will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Baughman looks to center it up. Baughman, stutter steps. Now sends the ball down to Sprague. Sprague with it, top of the penalty area, dancing around. Tries to turn directions. Feathers a pass in, intended for Chamberlin, deflected away by Monmouth. It will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Chamberlain's high arcing throw-in. They're going to whistle an illegal throw. And it will be a throw-in for Monmouth. Taken away by Chamberlain, but he fans on it along the sideline. It will be a Monmouth throw-in. Headed by Guinther. Thomas with the ball. Thomas through the midfield circle area, and they're going to get a collision and a call against Georges Valley. Thomas lowered the shoulder a bit, according to the official on the time of the charge. 7 minutes to play. Somerville will take the free kick, sends it downfield. Cleared away by Carlson. Sean sends it to the midfield circle area. Headed by Poland. Battling along the sideline. Taken away by Ricky Pelletier. Knocked out of bounds, and it will be a Buccaneer throw-in. Thrown in quickly by Chamberlin. Intended for Sprague. Hits off of the Monmouth player, but takes a Buccaneer bounce. Here's Poland. Poland sends it left wing side. Trying to break in. The Buccaneers will send in Rackliff, and a nice save off the foot of Rackliff by a Kyle Pelletier, who comes out and robs him. Pelletier's 18th save of the afternoon. He took that shot right off the foot of Logan Rackliff, who was coming in left wing side. 6 minutes to play. 2-0 Buccaneers. With it, Thomas for the Georges Valley. Thomas looking. Tries to send it right wing side. Broken up, and now it's taken away by the Buccaneers. Here's Poland. Poland wants to send in Sprague. Somerville gets a piece of it, sends it back upfield. Taken away by Thomas. Thomas gets run over, and the whistle will go against Monmouth and a free kick, Georges Valley. Thomas sends a long ball and will go towards the net and saved easily by Pelletier. His 19th save of the afternoon. Ball through the midfield circle area. Sent down long, headed, actually chested down. With it, Sprague. Sprague slips, whistle. It's going to be a dangerous play, and it's going to be against Georges Valley. Free kick, Monmouth. 5 to play. 2-0, Georges Valley on top. Ball sent downfield, chased down by Rich. Rich heads it. They're going to get an offsides call, I believe, or something. It's a Monmouth infraction, no matter what it is. I didn't quite catch the official's signal, so we will give the ball over to Georges Valley, taken back by Monmouth. Monmouth trying to turn the corner. And it will be a throw-in for Georges Valley as the Monmouth player tried to turn the corner around Rich. Actually, they're going to rule a Monmouth throw. Trenholm got shaken up a little bit on the play. He'll put a head on it. Ball into the penalty area. Monmouth looking to get back into this game. They trail 2-0. Cleared away by the Buccaneers. With it, it'll be Baughman who puts the head on it. Sprague tries to jump in. Rackliff battling, whistle, infraction. It's going to go against Georges Valley. Monmouth with the ball. Buckley taken away. Dumped back out over the midfield stripe area. Controlled by Somerville. Monmouth may be looking to gamble here soon and pull their fullbacks up a little higher. Ball comes into the penalty area, picked up off the Buccaneer head by goaltender Matt Judkins. And Judkins with a beautiful punt through the midfield stripe area, over the circle, bounces a couple of times, picked up by Sprague, knocked out of bounds, and it will be last touched by Georges Valley, so it will be a Monmouth throw-in. What a punt, though, by Judkins. Monmouth gives it off to Trenholm. Broken up by Georges Valley as Rich will send it up to the midfield stripe area. Headed by Sprague, try to get it back to Rackliff, headed away and controlled by Monmouth, back by Thomas. Gets it to Baughman, now to Sprague. Sprague has it taken away. And with it, it'll be Monmouth. Bucked it away with a push there. It'll be headed out of bounds. It will be a Monmouth throw-in. Left wing side, Kilbert tries to send it over to the right for Trenholm. Broken up by the Buccaneers, and Baughman has it. Baughman with some real estate. Dribbles it a little too long, but he kind of slides and keeps the ball in play. With it, Poland. Blocked down by Monmouth. And now they'll send it downfield. This will be Buckley, left wing side. 2 minutes to play in the soccer game. Kept in by Kilber. Kilber has it blocked by a Buccaneer. Comes right over to Buckley. Buckley from Monmouth with it. Chips it back. Ball to the top of the penalty area. Sent away by Georges Valley. It's sent through the midfield stripe area by Carlson. Monmouth with a throw. They'll get it off over to Kilber. He'll send it into the penalty area, well away from the net, picked up by Judkins before Belmore can get there. Minute 20 to play. Matt will punt that ball out. Another beautiful punt. It's past the circle, takes a long bounce, headed by Baughman to the top of the penalty area, fanned down by a fullback, and Pelletier will have to come out and pick it up. He'll roll it up. Gets it to about the midfield circle area. Sent back downfield by Georges Valley. Top of the penalty area, chased down by Poland. Collision, nothing called. Slide tackle by Monmouth. Nice play by Ogden to get the ball out of the penalty area. Chased down by Poland. That's going to be a dangerous play. It'll be a Buccaneer free kick. We're on to 45 seconds to play in the soccer game. Chamberlin will take the kick. Sends the ball in front, headed away by Monmouth. They'll dump it out towards midfield, headed right back in by Poland. Gathered in by one of the fullbacks, knocked down by Chamberlin out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick. Down to 20 seconds to go. So the Buccaneers will remain undefeated here. And likely will leapfrog Monmouth in the heel point standings. Monmouth came in as the number 2 team, even though their record was 5-2-2. The Buccaneers were 8-0-1 at the start of the day. But Monmouth will suffer their 3rd loss of the season. A couple of words exchanged from 2 guys, and the Bucs are going to win it. The horn sounds. Georges Valley with a 2-0 victory here. First half goals from Jesse Wilgus. Elisha Sprague with the assist at 4:16. And Wilgus took a shot that got blocked by goaltender Pelletier. Lunt put it home at 22:51 to make it 2-0 in the first half. And that's all the scoring. Buccaneers outshot Monmouth 22-4 in the game. 12-4 in the first half, 10-0 in the second half. Matt Judkins with 2 saves. Jake Hall with 1 save, a fullback save also for the Buccaneers. And for Kyle Pelletier, he had 19 saves, also 1 Buccaneer shot hitting a post. Corner kicks 5-0 for Georges Valley. Final once again, Georges Valley improving now to 9-0-1. They beat Monmouth by a score of 2-0. For Dan Burgess, I'm Don Shields. You've been watching high school soccer on Knox 38.